Hey there folks, welcome back to another marvelous video. Today we're exploring the AVP Ancient Pyramid, a structure that sparked curiosity with its tunnels and hidden chambers. Although the film presents impressive technology and movable walls, in reality, pyramids were constructed by human hands as burial tombs and ritual places. We'll compare the fictional version with historical engineering and cultural context, highlighting what's grounded in reality and what's pure imagination. Let's get right into it to see how science and storytelling collide in one of sci-fi's most famous pyramids. Before we get into our explanation though, we have a very small request. If you like our content, please support us by subscribing to our channel. This is a small click for you, but for us, it means a lot. Thank you. Let's begin.
They would expect a sacrifice. Humans were used to breed.
A fictional pyramid, ritual, trap, and origin of the hunt. In Alien vs. Predator from 2004, the discovery of a pyramid beneath the Antarctic ice sets the entire story in motion. What looks like a buried ruin turns out to be a carefully engineered structure designed for one purpose, which is the hunt. From the moment the humans step inside, the pyramid itself becomes a character in the film. Its walls shift rapidly, always collapse into dead ends, and entire groups find themselves trapped without warning. The constant reconfiguration ensures that no one inside has control over their destination, which plays directly into the predator's ritual. The pyramid is a training ground. Humans who enter are unknowingly used as sacrifices. They're placed in chambers where xenomorph facehuggers are released, ensuring that hosts are always available. The pyramid transforms into an arena where the xenomorphs can grow and multiply once the creatures are born. This sets the stage for the young predators who arrive expecting to prove themselves through the blooding ritual. They must kill a xenomorph and mark themselves with its acidic blood to achieve warrior status. Each detail inside the pyramid supports this trial. The weapons are hidden in compartments and are waiting to be claimed by the predators. The walls are covered by hieroglyphs describing past hunts, indicating that this cycle has been taking place throughout the centuries. Even the traps serve a larger purpose, which is keeping the humans contained, controlling the xenomorphs, and forcing the predators into close quarters combat. By the time the shifting walls lock into place, it becomes clear that the pyramid was never really about discovery or history. It was built as a machine for ritualized survival, where humans are served as pawns. Xenomorphs are the challenge, and the predators decide who leaves alive. Cinematic influence. Ancient Aliens, Von Daniken's shadow. When Paul W.S. Anderson was shaping Alien vs. Predator, one of his key inspirations came from Erich von Daniken's famous book, Chariots of the Gods, which argued that ancient monuments like the Egyptian pyramids, the Cambodian temples at Angkor, and the Aztec step pyramids were too similar to have developed independently. He explains that extraterrestrials either built them outright or guided humans to do so. While archaeologists have long dismissed these ideas as pseudoscience, they left a lasting mark on popular culture, and Anderson brought them straight into his film. The opening of AVP reflects this influence directly. The backstory begins 5,000 years ago, around 3000 BC, with the arrival of predators on Earth. According to the film's lore, they taught early civilizations how to build pyramids as hunting arenas. These structures were designed so that every 1,000 years, young predators would descend to Earth for their rite of passage. Within the pyramids, the sacrifice of humans guaranteed the emergence of xenomorphs to act as ultimate test prey. When the young warriors managed to survive the battle and kill a xenomorph, they were allowed to become full-fledged hunters. This setup allows the film to mix science fiction with the theories of von Daniken. Anderson takes the similarities between the pyramids in the real world and reconstrues them as proof of predator intervention, similar to von Daniken stating that no ancient people could have constructed pyramids without outside help. In the version of history presented in the movie, human beings act as voluntary participants in the rituals that bind them with the alien gods. This fusion of pseudo-archaeology and science fiction means the reconstruction of the pyramid in AVP is related to an undiscovered alien tradition, which von Daniken referred to as his view of controversial history. Pyramid location, Antarctica. A cinematic choice, not real history. The discovery that drives the entire plot happens when Charles Weyland's satellite picks up a strange heat signature beneath the Antarctic ice. Buried 2,000 feet down lies a pyramid unlike anything on Earth. Weyland assembles his team of archaeologists, linguists, mercenaries, and mountaineer Lex Woods to investigate the structure. They find a massive complex frozen in isolation when they descend through the freshly melted tunnel. The setting itself is crucial. It's cut off from the rest of the world, where the Antarctic pyramid ensures that the predator ritual can play out without interference and that the xenomorph threat stays contained. This choice isn't random either. Director Paul W.S. Anderson drew on earlier sci-fi, particularly John Carpenter's The Thing from 1982, which also took place in Antarctica. Both stories rely on a desolate environment where outside help is impossible. The Antarctic backdrop gave AVP the same atmosphere of claustrophobia and helplessness, where the pyramid's shifting walls and deadly traps could function without the risk of global discovery. Anderson himself explained that placing the pyramid in New York or another city would have broken continuity with the Alien series. After all, if aliens had run loose in a metropolis, Ripley's future encounters wouldn't be a surprise. In reality, there are no ancient pyramids in Antarctica. The Great Pyramids on Earth are restricted to locations such as Egypt, Mesoamerica, and Southeast Asia, where they're used as cultural, religious, and political tools. The Pyramid of Antarctica is a complete work of fiction which is created to fit the story. Its geographical seclusion was part of what allowed the hunt to stay hidden throughout the movie, but also provided the film with a unique location compared to previous Alien and Predator movies. On screen, Antarctica perfectly served as a background to the crucial confrontation. In history, though, the only pyramids we know were built by humans and not hidden beneath polar ice. Interstellar architects. Yautja as pyramid builders. Using Weyland and his team, along with flashback scenes, the film shows how the Yautja, or predators, had visited Earth thousands of years ago. The lore of the movie assumes that these alien hunters were considered divine figures by early cultures. In exchange for worship, the predators taught humans how to build pyramids. The structures became hunting grounds, arenas where humans would sacrifice themselves so that the Yautja could face the ultimate challenge, the xenomorphs. This interstellar architect backstory connects directly to Earth's Great Pyramids. In the film, we see carvings and iconography inside the Antarctic pyramid that echoes Egyptian hieroglyphics, Cambodian temple reliefs, and Mesoamerican glyphs. Each culture, despite living oceans apart, is presented as having constructed similar monuments because they were all influenced by the same alien visitors. For the Yautja, pyramids were ritual battlegrounds and standardized blueprints spread across continents. Paul W.S. Anderson admitted he drew inspiration from Eric von Daniken's Chariots of the Gods, which popularized the theory that extraterrestrials guided ancient builders. By weaving this pseudo-archaeology into AVP, Anderson gave a science fiction explanation for why pyramids appear in so many parts of the world. It also neatly tied into the film's plot. The Antarctic pyramid was a part of a larger network seeded by alien hands. Historically, of course, these monuments arose independently. Egyptian pyramids were feats of stone hauling and labor organization. Cambodian temples like Angkor Wat reflected religious devotion. Mesoamerican pyramids were stepped platforms for ritual and sacrifice. Timelines vary by millennia, and no evidence links them to a common extraterrestrial origin. Still, within AVP's story, the idea works. By recasting predators as godlike builders, the film reimagines human civilization itself as a byproduct of alien hunts. Human sacrifice and the ultimate prey cycle. One of the darkest revelations in Alien vs. Predator is that humanity itself was built into the predator's hunting tradition. Inside the Antarctic pyramid, hieroglyphs and murals tell the story. Every several years, the Yautja returned to Earth to claim human lives as sacrifices. The chosen victims were breeding stock. Men and women were taken prisoner and put into rooms where facehuggers came out of alien eggs that turned the human host into a xenomorph incubator. This grim cycle created the ultimate prey. Once the chestbursters matured, a new generation of fully grown xenomorphs roamed the pyramid halls. Armed with wrist blades, spears, and plasma casters, young predators used to go down into this living maze to gain their status as a warrior. Survival against the aliens was their passage to adulthood. Losing meant death, but winning meant they got the mark of blood, carved in their foreheads with the acidic blood of a fallen xenomorph. In the film's present-day plot, Alexa Woods and her team stumbles directly into this ritual as it reawakens. By disturbing the pyramid, they trigger the cycle, which reactivates the queen in cryogenic stasis, begins to lay eggs once more. The humans are caught between the roles of unwilling sacrifices for the xenomorphs and collateral damage in the predator's trial. As the walls move, the area itself guarantees the ritual is carried out exactly as they had for a full century. Symbolically, this system treats humans as pawns in a cosmic game. The predators are almost divine, deciding when civilizations bloom and wilt, while the xenomorphs represent terrifying survival horror. But outside of fiction, no such cycle exists. There's no evidence of a pyramid buried beneath Antarctic ice, nor of synchronized human sacrifice across civilizations. What the movie offers is a myth given shape, a closed loop of worship, sacrifice, and the hunt, replayed endlessly beneath the frozen wasteland. Real pyramids, engineering facts versus fiction. The film suggests that pyramids were hunting arenas built under predator guidance, but history tells a different story. In Egypt, the earliest pyramids were tombs, which were monuments designed to anchor a pharaoh's soul to eternity. Emerging from the flat desert landscape, structures such as Zozer's Step Pyramid at Saqqara from the 27th century BCE served as a temple to the heavens. Later, the Great Pyramid of Giza was also a tomb and a cosmic marker, aligning with the stars of Orion's belt. Instead of sheltering xenomorphs, its inner chambers exhibited crystalline geometry, ritual, and a society ruled by divine kingship. On the other side of the world, in the jungles of Mesoamerica, pyramids had another related but distinct role. Architectural structures of the Maya and Aztecs, such as Chichen Itza's Temple of Kukulkan or Tenochtitlan's Templo Mayor, were altars for worship and rituals. Here, blood offering was about honoring gods, renewing cosmic balance and productivity, and guaranteeing harvests. These stepped pyramids were stages where myth and daily survival met, their architecture layered with celestial calendars that tracked the cycles of sun, moon, and Venus. The tall towers of Angkor Wat in Cambodia harmonized Hindu cosmology and Khmer engineering. The temple complex is a symbol of Mount Mer, which is regarded as a mythical center of the universe. In contrast to the changing pyramid evident in the film, Angkor was designed not to communicate impermanence, but rather to hold the divine harmony to a stable set of earthly coordinates. Its imposing structure had a language to tell of political power and religious dedication, but not interstellar hunters. There's a jarring contrast between the film and these realities. Alien vs. Predator collapses diverse traditions into a single myth of subjugation, humans as sacrificial tools. However, the historic pyramids were related to death and sacrifice, and in the end became a symbol of human imagination, endurance, and our desire to transcend beyond ourselves. When the film dreams of stars as gods, history reminds us that it was human hands that carved the stone to immortality. Pop culture legacy, the pyramid's place in sci-fi. When Paul W.S. Anderson placed a shifting, trap-filled pyramid beneath the Antarctic ice in Alien vs. Predator, he was planting a visual myth that rippled through science fiction. The idea that the Yautja, godlike hunters, taught humanity to build pyramids gave shape to an entire aesthetic of alien architecture. From that film onwards, pyramids became more than ancient monuments. They were alien hunting lodges, coated with mazes, sacrifice rooms, and idols praising predator warriors. The impact was already rapid within the media. The video game Aliens vs. Predator from 2010 was set on planet BG-386, which provided the gamer with the experience of moving through a predator pyramid where the presence of traps and moving walls produced a sense of palpable liveliness in every corridor. In the middle of it, a huge statue of a so-called Lord Predator was located that mythologized the history of the Yautja in the same manner as human cultures do with their kings. The vision was further extended in the comics, which featured orbital castles and stasis farms, both suggesting a similar interaction between ritual and technology in the pyramid. The pyramid became an abbreviation of the Yautja superiority, where stone, blood, and machinery combined into an arena of endless hunts. Fans embraced this imagery, though critics were divided. The idea of tying the predator mythos with the oldest monuments around the world was applauded by some as bold and ambitious, and dismissed by others as a rewrite of pseudo-archaeology. Nevertheless, the pyramid survived as it was a spectacle. It provided a unique platform on which human beings, xenomorphs, and predators could come together and engage in battle, reflecting the ideas of Anderson about a ritual battlefield spanning across centuries. The pyramid presented in AVP is one of the more lasting pieces of the franchise that contributed to the sci-fi world building. It carved out a legacy that serves as a reminder that in the predator mythos, architecture itself is a weapon, a trap, and a testament to the hunter's eternal game. Easter eggs and in-universe visuals. The pyramid in Alien vs. Predator never functions as mere background. As soon as the characters enter it, it seems to be breathing as a labyrinth that can only work to put them to the test and breathe in its history. The wall carvings act as both instruction to the hunters and a wink to the fans. Some symbols echo Predator's script, while others seem to wink at the alien universe, faintly resembling the Weyland-Yutani insignia. Still, one of the most notable reveals is the shifting of the walls to reveal an armory. Predator spears, plasma casters, and blades are laid out in alcoves almost as if they are holy relics and not tools of warfare. warfare. In another chamber, skulls are arranged as trophies. Human skulls, animal skills, and even something that looks suspiciously like a dinosaur. They all indicate centuries of ritualized hunts, pushing the history of the Yautja way into the distant past beyond what the script ever fully clarified. The Queen's Chamber is where the design truly captures the audience's eye. She hangs in chains, asleep yet terrifying, as if the entire pyramid was built to honor and restrain her at the same time. The room feels equal parts prison and cathedral, with walls that seem alive as they slide into new patterns. For the humans on screen, it's a nightmare. For viewers, it's a lore puzzle wrapped in spectacle. What's clever is how the production team built the pyramid like a machine. Its moving corridors were mapped carefully so they clicked into place like gears in a clock, ensuring every reveal carried tension. The result is a setting that works on two levels. In the story, it's a hunting ground, but behind the scenes, it's a box of hidden treasures, every shadow or wall carving waiting for fans to uncover. Marvelous verdict! And with that, we conclude our journey to the AVP Ancient Pyramid, where movie fiction met real history. Moving walls, secret rooms, and alien-designed pyramids are depicted on the screen, but in contrast, actual pyramids were constructed as tombs, temples, and monuments and were based on applied engineering and cultural intelligence. The pyramid described by AVP is quite impressive to imagine, yet one shouldn't confuse the story with the facts. Do you think the movie version contributed to learning about pyramids, or do you think it made the history too blurred? Is this yet another example of Hollywood taking history and making it a little fuzzy? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section down below, and as always, if you enjoyed our content, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to us if you haven't already. Otherwise, stay curious and stay marvelous.